All Access Music News.
Hi, I'm Barry Sigman, editor of All Access Music News. And tonight we have a special guest in studio. Her name is Sheila Marshall. I'd like to say hello to Sheila.
Hi, how are you doing?
And Sheila, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Texas. I'm from East Texas, but I've been in Houston a very long time. And I'm a Texas girl. I'm originally from Nacogdoches, Texas, and I'm in a band. I'm in my own band, Sheila Marshall, and I started singing when I was like a little kid in church, and just been singing ever since. Went to college, was in the show choir. Do you want to know this much?
Yeah, what
information?
You in the choir or the show?
I was in a show choir in high school and in college. It was a little cheesy, but it was fun. We did like Broadway tunes, and we did rock, and we did country and classical. We did everything. And dancing, kind of like Broadway-ish stuff.
So when did you fall in love with singing?
Probably when I was 6 or 7 years old. I got the bug. My mom she would always sing around the house, and she would teach me how to sing songs and stuff like that until I'd get it perfect. She'd make me rehearse and rehearse. And then I got to sing at church one Sunday morning, and it was just like the best feeling in the world. I remember feeling like, wow, people actually like this, and I made them feel good. That's what I thought at 7 years old. And so it just kind of gave me the bug, and I just wanted to keep on singing and singing. So yeah.
So you started singing for the church.
Yeah.
And then
just every now and then they'd ask me to get up and sing. So
sure.
Yeah.
So you do solos?
You mean all by myself? Yes, I did. Backing tracks.
Yeah,
little karaoke.
Of course. Wow, that's good. That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's hard. But you love doing it.
I did.
And you still do.
Yeah.
So now you're so you were raised, your parents listened to country music?
They did. You know, my mom was like a big Willie Nelson fan, and Tanya Tucker, and there was a little bit of Michael Jackson in there, and Prince. When I was little, growing up, listening to all that. So I basically listened to anything that was top 40 as well. So kind of a big genre. But my parents were mainly the more country. Yeah.
And that was your influence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we recently went to one of your concerts, and you did a little mixture of some other things. I think you did some rock. Who was that? I'm going blank on his name. Rod Stewart.
Oh, The Faces.
Yes.
Yeah, we did The Faces. Stay With Me. That's a fun song.
That's a great song. You did a really good too. I like your version of it.
When I was in college, I'd always done country. And that's just what I did, because, you know, like I said, my parents listened to it and all that, and I grew up on it. Someone asked me to be in a rock band. They said, we're losing our singer, and we heard you sing, and you're really good. Would you mind? I was like, I don't know if I can do it. It's like Jimi Hendrix, and they did a lot of classic rock. And I was like, and then once I got exposed to that, I was like, this is really cool. I like this. And they're like, we're going to do this Led Zeppelin too. I'm like, Led Zeppelin? I've never even heard of them. You know, who's Led Zeppelin? So, but once I got hooked on it. So yeah, that's a big influence on me too, as well. So
you get the crossover, so you can enjoy both.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, they're looking at me like, where have you been? You don't know who all these people are. So,
but now?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Now your influences are?
I would say one of my favorite artists, I don't know if you know who she is, Lucinda Williams.
Of course.
Oh, I love her. Her songwriting. It's so simple, but it has that hook. I love that. And I mean, I like Sheryl Crow, and I'm trying to think of Willie Nelson, of course. Just influences from a lot of different artists, because I have such a wide variety of music that I like.
Different genres. And
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheryl Crow, she's great.
I love her.
Yeah. So when you made that switch from singing with these bands to going on your own, how did you make that change?
Well, I was singing in this band, and a Houston band. I don't know if you'll remember Rat Ranch. They were like a cover band. They were really, really good, very professional. They had the light show, and they had everything. We were playing on one side of the club, and we had this small little group of people. And then on the other side of the club, the big club, there were like 500 or 600 people over there. So we're like, we gotta go check this band out. So we walked over and we're like, well, they're pretty good, very professional, and they were doing like top 40 stuff. We went back over. One of the guys came over and checked out the band. He goes, you should move to Houston. You should really think about it. You could make more money, and you could do it like 3 or 4 nights a week instead of just for $30 here in your hometown. I said, well, yeah, I'll think about that. I'm still in school right now. And then within like 3 or 4 days, an agent called me and said, hey, why don't you think about moving down to Houston? I can get a band together for you. And so I said, why not? This is what I want to do anyway. So that's how I kind of got out here.
And you've been here how long?
A long time, like 12 years. Long time.
12 years?
Yeah.
Wow. So we were talking before the interview, and you were telling me a little bit about an experience you had with a local disc jockey.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, he's national now, because he sits in with Glenn Beck, and
he does.
Yeah, he's quite. I met him a couple times. Tell us your experience.
Well, it's Joe Pags. That's what we're talking about. I just met him through Facebook or something. He saw a video. I think I was singing Bobby McGee or some song like that, and he's like, hey, you really have a nice voice, and that's kind of how we became friends. And then he found out I was going over to Iraq to play for the troops, and he's like, I'd love to have you on my show. And so I was on a show a couple of times. When we went to Iraq, I did an interview, and then when we got back, I did another interview with him. So, yeah. So he's a big supporter, and he came out to a gig of mine not too long ago and played sax with me. So that was a lot of fun.
So
he's a nice guy.
So just
he's very talented.
Is he? I was going to say, is he good? Okay.
He was good, yeah. He was good.
He's a nice guy.
He is very nice.
So I'm going to talk about your album.
Okay.
So, this is not your first album. You have a new album. Or actually, it's not technically an album. It's an EP.
Right.
It's actually an extra EP.
Yeah, it has 7 songs.
Yes.
It almost made it to the full length. Yeah, I recorded that down in Austin with Ken Tondre, produced it. He's Kevin Fowler's drummer. So, and I've heard all these good things about Ken, because my last CD I did with Kyle Cook from Matchbox 20 up in Nashville, and I tried to get back with him, but they had a tour going on when I was ready to record, so he was unavailable.
And they couldn't put that on hold?
I couldn't put it on hold. Yeah, I know, because I really enjoyed working with him. Very talented. And a DJ out in, I believe it was Lubbock, was telling me about Ken. He's like, oh, you gotta hook up with him. He just did the Rankin Twins, he did a song for them, and wow, he did a great job with them and some other artists. So I just called him. He goes, well, send me some of your songs that you've been writing. So I said, he goes, yeah, let's do it. So he really helped me a lot, because I was like, I really want to, I want my songs, I want hooks, I want to make sure those hooks are there. That's just what I like, and he's very good at it. So we kind of shaped my songs and everything together.
So he acted as the music director?
Yeah, I guess that's a good word, yeah. Other than, producer, music director. And he hooked me up with David Grissom, great guitar player, played with Dixie Chicks, Joe Ely, gosh, so many other bands too, I can't think of them all now. But yeah, Mellencamp, yeah. So I was happy to have him on there. He kind of added that kind of rock.
That rock edge to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, it really is. If you get a chance, you need to pick one of these up. I mean, it's really good. I can't put it down. I mean, I do, but just not to put it into the machine. It really is good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I enjoyed your first album. This is just amazing. Didn't you say Kevin Fowler was involved? You too as well?
Kevin, no, just Ken Tondre, his drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From the Kevin Fowler.
Yeah,
okay.
He's from Kevin Fowler. And I wrote a song with Paul Eason on there, and he's the guitar player from Kevin Fowler. And he also had a little solo career for a while. I don't know if he's very good. Great singer, great songwriter.
So you do have songs you've written on here. In
Yes.
fact, one of your singles you're thinking of releasing.
Right, that's the one that I co-wrote with Paul Eason. Well, he was one of the writers on there. It's called Trouble. So we're thinking that it's the first, talking about Kevin Fowler, it's the first waltz I've ever written. And Kevin was listening to the CD and he's like, man, that's my favorite song, Trouble. I said, well, I know, I finally heard a country song if Kevin Fowler likes it. So there you go.
Oh, that's amazing.
A true country song.
So how is this different than your first album?
I would say it might be a little bit, Some songs are a little bit more on the, like Trouble. I didn't have a song like that on my last CD. It's a little bit more of that, I mean, it's still always going to be me because I have that little rasp in my voice. It's got a little bit of a rock influence, but it has a little bit more of that countryness in some parts, like a little bit more still and things like that in it. So, but there's also a little blues on Can't Let Go. You heard that. That was my first single. So.
Yeah, I mean, this is as good as anything that I've heard. It really is. I mean, the quality and the music, and she's right about the hooks, and that's an important quality of music. So we are thrilled to get her before we can't reach her anymore. We have to go through her people, and we run into that sometimes, but now we got her. So got some things going to be busy this summer.
Yeah, we're just out. Like I said, we're going to be pushing a second single off that CD and just out playing as much as we can. So you can check it all out, SheilaMarshall.com. So all my dates are on there.
Go ahead.
No, yeah.
SheilaMarshall.com. Go on there. Stay up with her. They do 6-second videos to keep you up to date on what's going on, right? And they have schedules, and you can see her and do not miss her. And we thank you so much for your time and your talent.
Thank you so
and
much.
we'll see you down there.
Okay.
See you.